Now, please make Laura feel welcome.
Hi everyone, my name's Laura Ashurst. I'm a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, a twin sister, an aunt, a cousin and a friend. For the last 16 and a half years I've also been a cancer patient at James Cook University Hospital here in Middlesbrough. I'm one of the 1 in 8 women worldwide who develops breast cancer in her lifetime. But I like to think I'm more than that. I'm a human being behind that statistic. I'm me, and the reason I can still be me has a lot to do with Cancer Research UK. This fantastic charity that we're all here in support of today. A charity that funds groundbreaking research to ensure that more and more of us who are diagnosed with cancer can continue to live our lives because of cancer drugs and treatments that are researched and developed as a direct result of their work. I first heard those dreaded words, "you have cancer," when I was 34. My daughter Megan was 3 and my son was 5 months old. I was diagnosed with cancer in my right breast and I knew nothing about the disease back then, and there was no history of it in my family. I had a lumpectomy and 25 sessions of radiotherapy, and I was prescribed a drug called tamoxifen. Thousands of women around the world take tamoxifen following a breast cancer diagnosis. And I want to tell you today that it's Cancer Research UK that we have to thank, because it was their researchers who developed this drug back in the late 60s. It's a drug that has literally saved the lives of millions of women worldwide, and the World Health Organization now recognise it as the single most important drug development in the history of breast cancer. Unfortunately, my breast cancer returned 3 years later in the same breast, and this time I was advised to have a mastectomy. Following my mastectomy, a plastic surgeon at James Cook rebuilt my right breast using muscle and tissue from my back. I remained well for another 3 years, and then in December 2007, I was given the devastating news that my breast cancer had spread to my lungs and the pleural lining of my lungs. I was 40 years old, and I was told I had approximately 2 years to live. I started chemotherapy on the 18th of December 2007, 1 week before Christmas Day. Being told you have an incurable form of cancer is horrible. Being told that you have approximately 2 years to live is totally devastating. In May 2008, my oncologist put me on an aromatase inhibitor drug called letrozole. And without that drug, I wouldn't be here in front of you today now. The drug is working on a daily basis to keep my cancer under control. I have my tumour markers tested every 16 weeks, and I've just celebrated 10 years of living with incurable cancer this Christmas. Cancer Research UK are currently funding research into the use of this drug in combination with other breast cancer drugs to treat incurable breast cancer. And by taking part in this race for life, you're supporting and helping to fund this vital research and other research to the development of cancer drugs so that cancer patients can live better and longer lives with their family and friends. Everybody here today has been touched by cancer. Some of you have had a cancer diagnosis. Many of you will have supported and are continuing to support family members and friends through their cancer diagnosis. And some of you are here today and taking part in memory of a dear family member or friend whose life has been lost to this disease. I stand up here in front of you and say thank you. As a cancer patient, we can't do it without you. My brave and beautiful 84-year-old mum, my wonderful husband Paul, my lovely son Jack, of whom I'm very proud, my fabulous sister-in-law Leslie, my beautiful niece and nephew Harry and Claudia, my brother-in-law Tom, one of my best and beautiful friends Laura, who has lived through 3 childhood leukemia cancers, are here to support me today. Because as everybody here knows, a cancer diagnosis doesn't just affect the person who is diagnosed. It's you, your family and wonderful friends who are right by your side every step of the way that help you on a day-to-day basis to cope with your diagnosis. I also want to acknowledge and remember my friends, Debbie, Sam, Tracy, Sonia, Julie, Joe, Sue, Alison, Angela, John, and my father-in-law David, who bravely faced their cancer head-on, but who are sadly no longer with us. I'm running in their memory today. In February, I was lucky enough to attend a Cancer Research UK celebration of the life-saving drug rucaparib that's been developed by cancer research-funded scientists in Newcastle over the last 30 years. Rucaparib is going to offer new hope to women with advanced ovarian cancer all over the world, and it's been developed here in the Northeast on our doorstep. Let's all feel very proud today that we're supporting such a fantastic charity which is working tirelessly to develop drugs to treat all types of cancer. And for that, we thank you, Cancer Research UK, from the bottom of our hearts. Together, let's beat cancer sooner.
Massive round of applause for Laura. Laura's story is incredible, and it is one